Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, folks. Welcome back. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Kevin McCarthy is out as Speaker of the House. An historic vote. My understanding, the first time ever this has happened. The Democrats and the GOP rebels, that they call them here, came together to oust McCarthy. Here's the video of the actual vote announcement.
Yeas are 216. The nays are 210. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
And there you have it. Kevin McCarthy, the seat has been vacated. So now there is no Speaker of the House. I think this is bad for Republicans. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I don't necessarily agree with Gates, but here's the thing. What could he have done instead? McCarthy made promises that he didn't keep. So we're going to have to see. Lawmakers have voted to oust Kevin McCarthy from his leadership role for the first time in history of the House. The chamber voted to boot a member from the top job. 8 Republicans voted with every present Democrat to vacate the Speaker's chair. The final vote was 216 to 210, as you saw. Matt Gaetz, Republican of Florida, introduced a measure against McCarthy known as a motion to vacate on Monday, accusing him of breaking his promises he made to win the Speaker's gavel in January. That's true. That just flared during an hour debate before the actual motion to vacate, after 11 Republicans voted with every Democrat to advance the measure. I'm not sure this is a smart move politically, but I don't know what else they could have done. McCarthy's allies had taken up all the microphones on the GOP side of the chamber, forcing Gaetz to make his case from the side where Democrats traditionally sit. Chaos is Speaker McCarthy. Chaos is somebody that we cannot trust with their word. McCarthy didn't look down at his lap. Technically, Gaetz is right. Remember when I was a city councilman back in the early 2000s, I was term limited out. I was doing a radio interview, and the interviewer asked me what I learned being a council member. And the first thing I thought of was being right is not enough. Gaetz is right. But did he take too extreme? Did he cook a marshmallow with a flamethrower? What else could he have done? I'm not siding with Gaetz. I'm not siding with McCarthy, even though I'm not a huge fan of McCarthy. What else could have done? I really don't know. At one point, an outraged McCarthy ally accused Gaetz and his cohorts of sending fundraising efforts on their motion to vacate. Shouts of shame erupted on the GOP side. Gaetz responded, when it comes to how those raise money, I take no lecture on asking patriotic Americans to weigh in and contribute to this fight from those who would grovel and bend knees for the lobbyists and special interests who own our leadership. And, of course, he was screamed at, "You're no martyr." Of course, the Democrats are delighted that the Republicans are having a little civil war. Well, Democrats are having one of their own. This is one of those bellwether, I guess, times where change in the party has been slowly happening, and the old school Democrats and the old school Republicans are being pushed out on the progressive side for the Democrats and on the ultra conservative side for the Republicans. So we're going to have to see. McCarthy angered handlers over the weekend when he passed a short-term spending bill known as a continuing resolution, or a CR. That was his mistake, to keep the government open for 45 days in order to avert a government shutdown. Now, what else could McCarthy have done? Let the whole thing shut down? Maybe not. And it gave time for them to cobble together some spending bills. We have to stop the spending. We have to stop. Then people are saying, of course, this is all about Matt Gaetz. It's all about his ego and all the other things that they say, the people they don't like. 90 House Republicans voted against the CR on Saturday, arguing that it was a clean extension of the previous Democrat-held Congress policies. And that's true. That's true. They just continue doing the same thing over and over 30, 40 years. It has to stop. But the speakers previously attempted to put a CR on the table that would cut spending for its short duration, were upended by several of those same conservatives who were opposed to any such measure on principle. They painted themselves into a corner. This day has been coming. This day of reckoning has been coming. And I mean for McCarthy. I mean for the country. Those are there say, well, there's a small minority that are taking over the whole thing. Everybody agrees they should stop the spending. But the lobbyists that are so entrenched and the big money interests that are so entrenched on both sides of the aisle, that's really the problem. And it's been the problem for a long time. We're spending money we don't have with no end in sight. And this was going on even before COVID. So that's not why it ran up. We have to stop. We're going to send $10 million, I think it was, to Pakistan to help them do drag queen shows and do LGBT plus stuff in Pakistan. What was it, 10 million, 5 million? And then there's a whole bunch of them like that. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We're spending money we don't have. It has to stop. We can stop it ourselves, or fiscally, we're going to have to stop because we've been made to stop. Did Matt Gaetz do the right thing? I really don't know. Well, I'll give you a prediction. I think Kevin McCarthy will be reinstated as Speaker, and they'll strike a deal with some of the 11 so-called rebel Republicans. That's just my opinion. Right now, the country's in deep change, and many said Donald Trump has done that. And I think he has to a certain extent. And that I give him credit for. The man behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz, so to speak, has now been exposed. What's going to happen next? It's a battle of wills. And as usual, the American people will get to decide which side wins. Until next time, God bless, goodbye, and good luck.